a great deal, and I just want to say that I have such respect for both of you devoting your professional lives to something that is just so profoundly important. Thinking of the current administration, I know that so much of their political support comes from the fundamentalist Christian right, which in many areas of public debate presumes to be a force for a certain morality, a certain moral view of the world. And I wondered if you could say a little bit about what the Christian right has to say about this issue and whether there is potential there for leverage on the current administration through them.
It's an excellent question, and I have to say the one way in which I have changed over the course of the last, I mean, I've changed in lots of ways, I hope, but in the course of the last year is I would have said a year ago, use them, you know, let's go with them. It's a political constituency, it's a particularist constituency, so if they care about the Falun Gong in China or freedom of religion in Sudan and genocide potentially against Christians in southern Sudan, we'll take it. I still think that they are a potential partner in terms of building a constituency for AIDS drugs. I mean, the announcement that the President made in his State of the Union, I think, is very linked to the fact that churches in this country have started to see it as a moral duty to not turn its back, to be a good Samaritan, to not turn its back on the systematic obliteration of a continent, which is going on right now. So that's a good thing, that they're there and that they've had a role in influencing the President. The one caveat I would say is that just as I was saying that, that you can't kind of be good on genocide and, you know, as a country, that we can't get genocide right and everything else wrong without people understandably questioning why we're getting genocide right. That is, people are judging us on the basis of everything we're doing, not on the basis of select decisions. So I used to be a little more a la carte, I think, about U.S. foreign policy. Like, if we could save the Rwandans, you know, save the Rwandans, and we'll worry about our, you know, holistic approach later. Now I think it's very important to reconceptualize foreign policy as a whole. Similarly, I think that the influences that you use day to day, they do filter in all throughout foreign policy. So you have to be aware of the costs. And I think one of the costs of working with these partners, at least one strand or one wing of the Christian right in this country, is that no condoms for, you know, in Africa. So you get the drugs perhaps, but you don't get the condoms. And I think to have those kinds of constraints on U.S. foreign policy are deeply troubling, again, when the costs are mortal.
Yeah.